Hey guys, it's Bat back again with another comic book haul. Books that I picked up last couple of, I guess, weeks or whatever, however you want to carry it. My comic book shop been running a sale for the last, I don't know, week or two. I don't know, kind of hazy, but it was a 55% off store-wide sale of their comics. That eventually became, I think that ran for like 4 days, and then after that, it became a 30% sale, 30% off sale, store-wide. I think that is still going on. So I picked up some books there, and I'm going to show you some other books that I got from another shop. And I'm going to round this video off with something related to the last books that I'm going to show, and that's autograph comics. I am not intentionally an autograph seeker. I don't go to conventions. Well, I have to be honest, I've never been to a comic book convention in my entire comic book life. I have seen comic book artists when they have came to my local comic book shop, but that's been, oh wow, roughly maybe 30 years ago, back when they would show up like at Jeffy's Comics or wherever, and they were signed, and back then it wasn't no big lines for artist signatures, and they were signing for free. So I got a lot of books that have been signed that way, but most of these autograph books that I will be showing were in actually dollar bins or in the cheap bins. And I've been noticing a lot, especially at one store that I go to. It's like a whole box full of comics that are autographed comics. Even though, you know, some of the artists might be unknown, but a few of them are relatively known. But I am not a per se autograph hound. I technically like my books in the original state. I think it looks good. But now you got some comic book artists that really have a beautiful signature that, to me, where they place the signature can really enhance the cover of the book. And then you got some that have atrocious signatures that, to me, just really mess up the book. But I mean, it's neither here nor there. But technically, I'm not a autograph seeker. So let's get on with what I got. I'm going out of order, showing the books that I got most recently at the 30% off sale. Starting with the Batman Adventures #9. And as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been avidly going after these comics that are related to the superheroes that are in cartoon form. I think they're highly disregarded, and they're hard to find in relation to other comics, especially in mint condition, because when they came out, they were placed in, most comic book shops have a special section for, they considered children books, so that when the kids would come in with the parents, they would go rifling through the books. And you know, children do not take care of comics. And I just have a fondness. I just have a fondness for the Batman Adventures. But let's get going, because I can prattle on for days. Batman Adventures #9. I picked that one up to fill in my collection. Batman Adventures number 15. Let's see, which is cool. Commissioner Gordon surrounded by thugs. Batman Gotham Adventures number 42. Now, they were all priced at $5, so I got them for 30% off of that. But, you know, it's not much. Same thing with this book and the next book after that. I picked up Spider-Man Noir. This is like my third copy of this book, especially with the Nicolas Cage announcement, the television series. Who knows? You know, hopefully for the best. I try to keep a positive mindset for things. Hopefully this will turn out to be pretty good. Kid and Play #1. Pick that one up. I think I have like another copy of this one. This one is a mint copy, which I really wanted. Every time I look at this, I keep thinking about the movie House Party, House Party 1. That movie is just a classic, a cult classic comedy. Crimson Rain. This is the second printing, which is in white. The first printing was actually all red. Excuse me. Moon Knight, the variant cover for issue number 29. These were all $5 books that were 30% off. The owner of this comic book shop, he used to let me go through his books, you know, as long as there wasn't a lot of traffic, you know, in the store. He would have boxes of books where he done purchased recent collection. And he has on the boxes, please do not open, these have not been processed, blase, blase, you know. And I've been with him for, good Lord knows, about 20 years. And he always tells me, you know, you're the exception, you and a couple other guys, because, you know, I've known y'all for a long time. If there's really not a lot of people in the store, if you see something or whatever, okay, no problem. I'll look for the price of it, and we'll come to a manageable price. But he's real a stickler about trying to go on books that haven't been processed. And I can understand, because you get everybody walking in the store and they start opening them boxes up, then all of a sudden everybody's bombarding them at the register with these unpriced books. It can create a havoc. So I was cool, but I was having one of the boxes was open. It wasn't no more than 3 people in the store. They were all over the place. So, and this book just stuck out at me. I used to have it. I thought I still had it, but when I checked, I didn't have it. So somehow it's either buried in one of the boxes, or I may have given it away or whatever. But that's Ghost Rider 1, Daniel Ketch, first appearance as the new Ghost Rider. And he said, yeah, he said, no problem. I'll do this for you, because, you know, you all right with me. I found this one, the Hanna-Barbera Presents version of Scooby-Doo, issue #1. I don't know what year this was. I didn't open it up to look inside. Not really impressed with the art on the cover. It looks kind of weak. But I don't even remember this being on the stands. Okay, and that's what I got for 30% off. So I spent a total of $21 for all those books there. I spent a total of $35 for these books here. This was when it was a 55% sale. Scotty Young, Amazing Spider-Man #30. Mighty Thor, Operation Galactic Storm Part 7. And this book is not valuable at all. It's actually, I like it because it's got Gladiator versus Thor, and it's not actually our Thor. This is the Thor that would eventually become Thunderstrike. But it's just the battle between these two giants that really got me. I picked this up because of, you'll see, G.I. Joe #20 and #21. They're both interlocking covers, which is pretty cool. Whoopsie. Adventures in the DC Universe, number 17, with Batman and the Creeper. Creeper is another one of my favorite characters, because, like I said, he's the only character that the Joker cannot stand the Creeper. He can't stand the way he laughs. It's just anything about the Creeper ticks the Joker off. This is Wolverine, card variant. I don't know what issue this is, but it struck out at me. These I bought because you'll never see them again. You'll never see this group again unless they get the license back for Conan. So this group is really, non-gratis, or it doesn't exist anymore, because the fact that Conan is gone. He's been licensed to another company. So I don't even think they can even mention Savage Avengers anymore. This is the variant issue to number 1. And the variant issue to number 2. Which has an interesting cast of characters. Brother Voodoo, Venom, Elektra, Punisher, Conan, and Wolverine. Batman Mask of the Phantasm from the animated movie. What? Sam Hill. I lost some light, but okay, we're good. Let me see if I can get the light back on. That's what I get from this computer. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry. Let me see. There we go. Hold on, I gotta do this again. Okay, I guess I have to. Alright. Yeah, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. This was an excellent movie. Kind of sad, at the end, but I mean, I like the fact that even though it was a cartoon, they took it serious. It was a serious movie. With all of the Batman at the time cartoons and movies. They were entertaining for kids, but they were serious enough for adults. So, yeah, I got that one. Showcase presents OSS Spies at War, issue number 104. I picked that one for, a lot of people are into the Nazi covers or anything dealing with war, to that effect. Plus, it was an excellent condition comic book. This one has been recently picking up for a female character. The name escapes me. But I picked it up. I found it. It says Detective Comics issue 751. And I did pick up Captain Atom. I've been looking for this book for ages. You just can't find it. Captain Atom number 42. The official first appearance of Death in DC Universe from the Sandman series. Another book I've been looking for that's hard to find. Dazzler number 33. The Chiller version. This book is really, really hard to find. Which I was glad to get. And I got this one, which is real hot right now. Most modern book. Detective Comics 1086. This book is jumping up in price. I think the last price quoted was, I guess, above $75, which was cool. Like I said, I got this bunch of comics, this total bunch of comics for $30-something. Now I have a friend, a co-worker, and he doesn't collect comics. Him and his wife are starting I guess a burgeoning flea market store. And apparently one of his relatives gave him three bins of boxes of comic books, 3 milk crates basically of comics. And he wanted me to go through them because he was gonna take them all at first and take them to a comic book shop to sell them, or if they didn't sell there, he was going to take them to the flea market and sell them for $1 a piece. So the first set of books he brung to me, and I went through them. Oh man, they were beat pretty good. I mean, every last one of them beat, and there was a few books in there that were, if they had been in good condition, great condition, would have got a little premium behind them. And I told him, I said, I don't think you're going to get anything for these books, but, you know, we'll go to the comic book shop. I'll let you talk to the owner of the comic shop, let him give you his opinion. So he went to the a different comic book shop that I normally go to, but I go to that one pretty frequently. And the guy flat out didn't buy them. He just didn't want them. I mean, I'm telling you, these books were beat up. So he said, well, okay, he's going to take them to the flea market, sell them for $1 a piece. He can move them that way. So about a week or two later, he came up with the third crate. The first time was the first 2 crates. So the third crate, same thing. The books appeared to looked like they were beaten. But I told him, I said, I'll go through them. And I was going through them, and this crate didn't have much of anything. But lo and behold, one book did pop up, and for some reason, it wasn't beat up, but it wasn't mint either. And I showed it to him. I said, you got a winner here. I showed him the current value of what this book could be potentially going for. So he told me, and I was honest with him. I said, this book can go for a couple $100. And the current state, I said, he said, well, I'll tell you what, do you want it? I said, yeah, I'll take it off your hands. I said, how much? He said, how about 30? I said, man, I can't give you 30 for it. I mean, I'll be cheating you. I really would be cheating. He said, look, I'm going to tell you, okay, just give me $50, it's yours. And I was like, you sure? He said, yeah, go ahead and take it. $50 is yours. And I gave him the 50. It's going to need a press and possibly a cleaning. But that's what I got from him for $50. And it's kind of bittersweet because I had like, when this book first came out, I had 7 copies of it. And the neighborhood kids were like kind of, you know, they knew I liked comics, so they would come around and stuff. And a couple of neighborhood kids, I gave them copies of the book, which, I mean, you know, at the time I really wasn't really thinking about it, but I mean, it was cool. It was cool. But I ended up selling my last copy ways back. So this is just really a replacement copy, and for the price I got, I was happy. You know, I was actually ecstatic. You know, but give me your opinion. What do you think? Now these are just books I picked up. These have nothing to do with the sale that was going on, but I picked up that I got to move because it's already 19 minutes in this video, and I got to really move because I want to show these autograph books. All right, here we go. Picking up the pace, guys. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, issue number 1, Neal Adams. I got this one, and the next book is a package deal for $100. This is the first issue of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, and it's autographed at the bottom by Neal Adams, which was pretty cool. So I was glad to get that one. And it's in near mint condition, which is why, for the price tag. Same as this one, $6 Billion Man. I don't know what issue this is. It's got a Neal. This one has also Neal Adams sign inside. This is why I say it pays when you buy your books. Buy used books. Look in the inside, because I don't think the people that I bought it from, they're great guys. They're great guys, but I don't think they really looked at this book. I opened the book up, and there's a spot with a photograph of Lee Majors. Underneath, Lee Majors signed his name. So I kept flipping through the book. Came up to the Bionic Woman. She didn't sign it. I was hoping. But I flipped through the book, and Oscar Goldman, Richard Anderson, he signed it. So I got 3 great signatures in this book. I got Lee Majors, Neal Adams, and Richard Anderson, 2 of which have passed on. But I was happy. I was real happy. Now, getting back to what I was talking to before, autograph books aren't my main thing. I don't really hunt for them. I don't really go after signatures. I'm not paying those prices that I've been hearing that a lot of these artists and writers are charging for their signature. I just can't do it. Can't do it. But like I said, a lot of these I found in the dollar bins, or back issue bins, like this one. Batman number 497, which is signed by Kelly Jones, and I can't read that other signature. It doesn't have I know it's been certified. Oh, it's a certified book because it's number 3,873 and 9,000 signed, so, which is pretty cool. Moving fast. Medieval Spawn 1, signed by the artist Bat. I don't know his full name, and it's signed by Brando. I guess the writer. I'm not sure. Bloodshot Yearbook, signed at the bottom by Michael Bear. I'm not sure, but I picked that up. Grit, which is signed by the artist, a writer, Wickman. Ash, don't know what issue number is. Well, it says 2, so guess issue number 2. Signed by Joe Quesada. Teen Titans number 34, signed by Marv Wolfman. Turok, most valuable book ever, signed by Bart Sears and Randy Elliott. These out of the way. Spawn Batman. This is number 3,898 out of 10,000 books, signed by Frank Miller. Smallville, signed by artist John Fleet. Smallville number 10. Alpha Flight number 51, signed by Jim Lee. And that was signed back in it was in 1988, 89, I think. Tales from Beyond. Book 4, signed by Total Bean and Bissett. It would have been great if it had been signed by Alan Moore. That would have been the icing on the cake. Same thing with this one. Tales of the Uncanny. Book 3, signed by Bissett. Bloodshot, got 2 of them. I remember when I got these definitely out of the dollar bin, because there were like 5 more of them signed by Don Perlin behind them. It was like it was a whole bunch of them. I picked up 2 of issue number 7. And that is Rye alongside, daggone it. I can't get the daggone name of the character. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm moving a little too fast for myself. Wanted number 1. I think it's signed by, let me see. Okay, this one is signed by Mark Silvestri. Issue number 1. And this one is signed issue number 1, Wanted, by J.G. Jones. Wildcat number 1, signed by Jim Lee. Found that in the bins. Azrael, Sword of Azrael. I got this one signed in '92 by Joe Quesada at Jeppy's Comic Book World. And lo and behold, somebody else must have been at Jeppy's Comic Book World too at the same day or whatever, because I got another one that was signed by him. This one I found in the $5 bin. Deathmate. This one has so many signatures on it. It's unreal. It's got Jim Lee. It's got Brandon Cho, Mark Silvestri. It's so many that I can't tell who they are. But I know Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, Brandon Cho. I don't know the other two. But this is Deathmate Black. First appearance of Gen 13. Danger Girl, number 1, signed by J. Scott Campbell. Powerpuff Girls, number 1, signed by Craig McCracken. Adventure Time, this is the cover sketch, signed by the artist, I think is Ian, I can't mix something. Wonder Woman with a Cho signature. Aria, which is signed by the I don't know if it's the artist or the writer, Hoagland. No, that's a Michael Turner cover. It can't be the artist. So it's got to be the writer, Brian Hoagland. I'm sorry. Adam Hughes, Batgirl number 1. Oh, this is the longest video ever made. One of my longest. I'm almost finished. 2 books. Jim Lee signed for Batman issue number 619. This is issue number 375 out of 1,000 signatures, certified signatures. And this one is not really a signature. It's just this is the gold. What is that called? Embossed. Yeah, okay, great. Gold embossed Fantastic Four number 1 by Jim Lee. And that's roughly it that I got to show. Sorry, it's still so busy, you know, my job and just family alone. Trying to be more productive in the comic book community. Just got so much life. I'm telling you, something else, you know. So, y'all guys be well. Take care. And I'm sorry this video ran a little bit long. All right, goodbye.